Hello, my friends. Welcome back for another episode. We've been talking a lot about editing in Photoshop and all the different tools I love to use, but I want to talk about that pre-production. What do I love to do before an actual shoot? How do I prepare and plan for it? So let's go ahead and hop into Adobe Firefly and play around with some mood boards. Awesome. So we are now in Firefly Boards. These are my categories for my mood board. I like to kind of section everything out so it keeps everything organized and clean. And so now we're gonna go ahead and add in some content. I have some photos that I've already kind of saved for each of these categories. You can go ahead and add content, and then I'm gonna add this from my actual device. So I'm gonna start off with adding in my outfit. So this is what I plan to wear for my actual shoot. And again, I wanna add this in here because I'm gonna use it as a reference image when I'm generating additional images. We're gonna add in our location and just drop that in there. I'm gonna move these around so that way I give myself a little bit more space. Then we're gonna go ahead and add in another image that I have of my location. I have the first one that I took, which is more of a professional image of what the whole space looks like. And then I have this one I took with my phone, which I'm going to be specifically focusing on shooting on the couch in front of the curtains. That's more so the specific area I want to focus on. And then I have this image that I found on Pinterest. I love how she's standing on the couch. And I think that's my inspiration for like my pose. I want to be on the couch, not sitting, just standing on it. I love how dominant that feels. So what we're going to do first is we have to create our color theme. Like, what are we going for color-wise? So I want to create and add some circles so that way I can add in some colors that I want to keep in mind. It just helps me be able to visually get an idea of what this looks like and how these colors look together as well. Like, I have all these different colors here and I want to pull it all together. So I'm going to use the color picker tool and I'm going to go ahead and click on it. And then I'm going to click on the different dominant colors within all of my images. So we have the green, the purple, and that golden brown color. I love how those colors look together. I think they complement each other very well and speak together really well. So the next thing I'm gonna go ahead and do is generate some of those final images. So these are gonna be a way that I can get an idea of what this can look like in the end. So I already have a prompt that I just wrote out already that I'm gonna utilize as kind of like the general idea for this image. So I want to use the reference images to create a mock portrait using the first one as a setting of the mockup, a second image as inspiration for the final image, and the third image being what the subject should be wearing. Then I can go ahead and click each of the reference images from my actual board. And I'm going to select them in the order that I mentioned them within my prompt, just because I think it keeps things a little bit cleaner there. So click on the location, the inspiration photo, and my outfit. And now I have all of my reference images there. Then you have all these different aspects, and you can change if you want to use Gemini 3.0, 3.13, if you want your aspect ratio to be changed. I'm going to change mine to vertical here. Then you have the resolution, and then you can also do a Google search, etc. And then you also utilize credits for these generations. I do want to call that out. Now we're going to click on generate and let it generate an image for us. Awesome. So there is our generated image. The thing about this one is that it kind of took into consideration the inspiration image a little bit too much. I want to adjust my prompt a little bit because I want this image of the subject with that outfit on the couch specifically. So we're going to go ahead and change this up a little bit. And I think the one thing when it comes to prompting, you want to be specific, right? So I think the first prompt was cool, but clearly it wasn't specific enough to give me the result that I was looking for. So that is the thing with prompting. You want to be specific and you want to be clear, being able to call out what it is that you are trying to really get Firefly to generate for you. So I'm going to be really specific with the color, the green couch and the curtain, so it knows which reference photo to look at. The second image should be used as inspiration for the pose of the model. And that third image is going to be what that subject should be wearing. Once I'm happy with that, I'm going to click on generate again. And I'm going to let it generate me another image. Then that hopefully will be more in line with what I'm looking for. I'm going to place this image onto my canvas. Now I get to see what the outfit looks like in the setting, which I actually love how this looks. I'm not mad at it at all. And then I also had already generated another image that I want to drop onto here as well. Yes, I'm a fan. I already shot this, y'all, spoiler alert. So I'm going to show you guys what these final images look like in the end. So that way you can get an idea of how we went from inspiration to execution. I think that utilizing Firefly Boards will allow you to get an idea of how far you can push your creativity. I was able to create something that was very close to the final result that I have. So thank you guys so much for watching this episode. I hope that you guys enjoyed learning a little bit about Firefly boards and how you can utilize that when creating the next mood board for your next shoot. In the final episode, I am so sad that we're getting close to the final episode. We're going to go ahead and talk a little bit about how I love to color grade in Adobe Premiere Pro. So make sure to go ahead and check that out. If you want to utilize my template for creating a mood board within Firefly boards, you can catch that link within the description box below. Make sure to subscribe to the Adobe Live channel, and I will catch you guys in the last and final episode. Bye!